Okay, hello YouTube. Today I'm just going to do a video called How to Beat a Copycat. Okay, so let's say that your opponent just decides they want to copy every single move you make. I get this question all the time from beginners, like, what do I do if my opponent just copies me? How do I beat them? I mean, what do I do if they're just copying? Well, in chess, it's pretty easy. This strategy falls apart really quickly, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to play a move that your opponent can't copy, or where it'll cost them if they copy it. So let's just go into one variation that's very difficult to copy. It just happens after just e4, e5. So far they can copy you, that's no problem. Knight f3, knight f6, again, this is all very well known. This is actually called the Petrovs Defense. And then knight captures e5. And already we've actually played a move that your opponent should not copy. Believe it or not, already they should not copy the move knight takes e5. The best move here is just d6, and then after you retreat the knight with, say, knight f3, then play would continue knight takes e4, d4, and then d5, and this position is very well known. It's played at the Grandmaster level, but it's by no means a completely symmetrical position, and it's definitely a chess game. If they copy you here and play the question mark move, knight takes e4, what they're going to run into is this move. They're going to run into a queen move that they really can't copy, or at least they can't copy it and keep an advantage, and that's queen e2. You just attack their knight with your queen. And if they do the same thing, if they play queen e7, when you play queen takes e4, notice that they can't copy that. They can't play queen takes knight, because you'll play queen takes queen, and you'll be up a whole queen. So they're going to have to play something different. There's a little bit of theory on this. Like, you can play d6, d4, and white ends up with an advantage, though, because it takes black a lot of effort to actually get his piece back. Okay, so some people actually notice after queen e2, they go, oh, boy, I guess I made a mistake. I guess I can't play queen e7, because if they take my knight, then I can't take your knight. And they'll go ahead and they'll move their knight back. Well, white can actually win the game right here. So if you want to take a second, pause the video, see if you can find the move. Okay, if you found it, it's knight to c6 check, and that wins a whole queen. After knight c6 check, you're attacking the king, and you're attacking both squares that the queen could go to. So if the queen blocks with queen e7, you can still take it with the knight in either case. So whatever they block with, you're going to be taking that queen. So bishop e7, knight takes queen, and you're going to be up a whole queen here. And that's going to be a pretty easy game to win, because you're going to be up a whole queen because your opponent just insisted on copying you. So another way that people try to copy is some people can be a little bit smarter about it. They'll play a normal opening. They'll go, okay, well, I understand you're attacking my pawn, so I'll go ahead and defend it. But then you get this symmetrical position a lot, where after like bishop c4, let's say knight f6, d3, and I'm going to give the proper move order here for white. Bishop c5 and then bishop g5 right here. d6 and then knight c3. And then there's a lot of people that look at this position and they go, hey, this is pretty close to symmetrical. If I'm playing black, can't I just be 100% okay if I just keep copying white and just copy the position completely? And sure, you can play bishop g4 here. And I'm not 100% sure if bishop g4 is horrible or awful, but I do know that my next move can't be copied. And that's the move h3. At this point, you would have absolutely no choice. You would either have to exchange on f3, or you'd have to retreat your bishop. You know, you could retreat it to h5. You might even be able to retreat it to e6, or you have some choices on where to retreat it. But you certainly can't copy the move h3. So let's see why. Let's say you say, no, I'm going to keep copying you. I'm just going to copy everything you do. h6. Okay. I take your bishop. And now notice that there's a pin. That's right, as soon as I took, now there's a move you can't copy. I just want a whole piece. And you can't copy it. You can't play h takes g5 because there's a pin against your rook. So if you were to continue with h takes g5, we would play rook takes h8, king d7, and then we'd win a rook and we'd win a queen if you decided to keep copying. And you're already done a piece. So that's how you beat the copycat. Copycatting breaks down pretty quickly in chess. It doesn't work very well. And it's pretty easy to beat somebody that's decided that they're going to copy every single one of your moves, because eventually you're going to attack something and they can't attack it back, or you're going to capture something and they can't capture it doing the same thing. And those are like the two simplest examples of that. So I hope this helped, and I hope you learned something new about chess. Thank you very much for watching.